Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would do something different, something fun, and read some ghost stories. Now, this is pretty stupid of me because I'm doing this alone and I'm going to be freaking myself out because even on the thing that I'm going to be reading the story from, it says don't read alone. So I'm going to creep myself out, but I could be strong. Okay, but I want to be. But I'm going to freak myself out. I already know I am. Because as much as I love like ghost stories or like watching ghost stuff or like I love all that stuff, it still creeps me out. But I think that's like the good thrill of it. But anyway, so I'm going to read a ghost story to you, and if you'd like to see more of these ghost stories, like comment down below because I would love to do them more. Or if you have any other stories you'd like to see or suggest or whatever, I'm happy to look into it or, whatever you like. So just comment down below and I'll be happy to do it. But let's just get straight into these ghost stories because I'm actually like terrified. I'm actually freaking out inside. Like I'm pretending to be fine, but I'm actually freaking out for the story. I haven't read it, so I don't know what it's about. We're going to be experiencing it together, okay? So let's get right into it. Okay, so this story is called The Cell Phone. I'm actually really freaking out. Okay. A couple of months ago, my friend's cousin, a single mother, bought a new cell phone. After a long day of work, she came home, placed her phone on the counter, and went to watch TV. Her son came to her and asked if he could play with her new phone. She told him not to call anyone or mess with text messages, and he agreed. At around 11:20, she was drowsy, so she decided to tuck her son in and go to bed. She walked to his room and saw that he wasn't there. She then ran over to her room to find him sleeping on her bed with the phone in his hands. Relieved, she picked her phone back up from his hand to inspect it. Browsing through it, she noticed only minor changes such as a new background, banner, etc. But then she opened up her saved pictures. She began deleting the pictures he had taken until only one new picture remained. When she saw it, she was in disbelief. It was her son sleeping on her bed, but the picture was taken by someone else above him, and it showed the left hand of an elderly woman's face. Oh my god, no, I'm actually freaking out. I'm actually really creeped out. Like, when you're that creeped out, you just want to cry. Like, oh my god, that is so freaky. Oh my god. Wow. I'm actually freaked out. Like, you see tears in my eyes because I'm not freaked out. Like, I'm scared. Do I want to read any more of these? That was a pretty short one. Right, the next one is Ghost Bro. I'm actually really scared. Okay, let me just get ready for this because I'm terrified. My house was built in 1904. It is a single family home. Wood framed settings on a concrete block foundation. I have been living here for about 12 years. Of all the weird things my siblings and me have seen or heard in this house, this one event is my favourite. This happened to my brother. About 10 years ago, my brother and his best friend had started a garage band playing most Spanish rock alternative music, but in Spanish. His friends could only get together on Sunday afternoons. They would practice into the early evenings and they would usually call it quits by 8 p.m. This was the time I usually showed up and went to bed because I worked the graveyard shift. This happened in late fall, so the days were getting shorter. They had just finished a long session when the decision to head to someone else's house came about. My brother handed his car keys to his buddy so they could load up the equipment. Everyone had filed out of the basement, but the tricky part was that they needed to walk all the way to the back of the basement, up the back stairs, through the kitchen doorway, down the hall, into the living room, and out into the front porch. Everyone was outside, sitting in my brother's truck, waiting for him. My brother was walking up the back stairs when he remembered that he had left his pancakes in a to-go container sitting on a speaker in the basement. He made the decision to go back. Now the basement is not clean. With 4 sight lines, there has been partitions made, and the boiler and main heating unit are right smack in the middle. So after my brother walks back, he is about to retrieve his food container when out of the corner of his eye he sees it. It is a shadowy figure right at his provisional vision. This feeling of dread and uneasiness washed over my brother. We had been taught that if you are in the presence of a spirit or ghost and you felt a bad vibe to say a quick prayer or to cuss at it. My brother chose the latter. He basically just told it, hey, F you. I don't have time for this stuff, basically. I'm not going to swear, okay, because that is what I do. My brother started to walk to the back of the basement and briskly up the stairs, closing doors and turning off lights as he was walking out. The last light switch is on the opposite side of the front door. Luckily, the door was open and the light from the street lamp was flooding the living room with its amber light. My brother said he felt something at his back, but at no point did he turn around. As he flicked the last switch, the living room went dark, as did the rest of the house. As he stepped out, he pulled on the door, closing it behind him. Still holding his finger in one hand, he jogged down the few porch steps. He walked towards the front gate, a house resides far from the main street, essentially having a large front yard, but no rear garage. As he closed the gap between himself and his friend laden truck, he kind of smiled and thought things over in his head, made at himself for spooking out when there was no reason. He climbed into the driver's side of the truck, putting on his seatbelt and getting ready to pull out of the parking spot directly in front of the house when one of his friends asked, "Hey, wait, what about your brother? Isn't he coming with us?" My brother answered, "What do you mean? He went to work early tonight. He's already gone. Do you see his car anywhere?" The next question they asked, "So then who was walking behind you when you were leaving the house?" Oh, okay, that's a little story I'm reading because I'm really freaked out right now. That I'm actually getting like shivers. Like, that's really creepy. Okay. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't be doing this by myself if I'm so freaked out. Okay, well, that's the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like and subscribe because I'm really freaked out right now. I'm going to be freaked out all day. I'm going to be creeped out. I'm just going to be really aware of my surroundings like I normally am. But yeah, anyway, I really hope you enjoyed and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!